Hello, this is a video tutorial for hands-on 4. So in this exercise, you will learn how to use the FINPLAN interface and introduce financial data. So we'll be continuing with the case study we created in hands-on 2 and worked with hands-on 3. So we will go back to the same case study. We can find it by going to manage case studies on the left here, and we'll click on this hands-on case study, which is the case study that we worked on in hands-on 2 and hands-on 3. You will see that data has already been inputted for case data and also for plant data. That was what we did in hands-on 2 and hands-on 3 respectively, and in hands-on 4, which is this exercise, we will go through data that is needed for the Financial Manager tab, which is this tab here. So we click on this tab. The first page to show up is the equity page, and your screen should look like this one here. So on this page, we can enter a maximum dividend. So the dividend rate is the dividend paid as percentage of the outstanding equity. For this example, we will assume that the maximum dividend that FINPLAN can pay is 50%. Equity amounts can also be entered for different years whenever needed. And it should be noted that equity is always in local currency. So in this case, it will be million ringgit. FINPLAN does not allow foreign equity. And so for this exercise, we will put some arbitrary numbers in. So we'll put in 100 for the year 2013, 150 for 2014, and 200 for 2015 and 2016. So your screen should look like this after inputting the data. We're also told in the hands-on that FINPLAN is also allows share buyback, equity withdrawal, or equity return, which can be done when a project has enough surplus money after loans are repaid. So following this, we will put the number 200 for the years 2029 and 2030. As loan repayment will be completed by the year 2028. So now we will save our data. We will now move to the next one, which is new commercial loans. So we click on this, which is another source of financing. So this option allows entering loans from commercial banks in foreign currency, local currency, or both. It requires information on interest spread above inflation, term, and loan drawdown. However, for this case study, we will not be using new commercial loans. So we will leave this page blank. And we'll move on to the next one, which is new bonds. So FINPLAN allows the owner company to issue new bonds as an option for financing. The owner can issue new bonds in foreign currency, local currency, or both. For this case study, bonds as an option for financing are not used. So again, we will leave this page blank and move on to the next one, which is other financial data at the top here. So we click on that. So FINPLAN offers two possibilities to manage the shortfall and surplus cash, short-term deposits, and standby facility. If the project has excess cash in a given year, then the model deposits it in the short-term deposit. A short-term deposit offers a low interest rate, therefore it is an inefficient use of cash. And users should always try to minimize the amount in short-term deposits by reducing the availability of financial resources or increasing the cash outflows. For example, by increasing dividends or repaying equity. If the project has a shortfall of cash, then the model withdraws money from the standby facility to bridge the gap. A standby facility has a high interest rate and should be avoided whenever possible. For example, during construction by using alternative sources of finance which have lower costs such as loans, bonds, or equity. So now in this page, in this other financial data page, we will provide data related to the short-term deposit and standby facility. So we'll click on other financial data in the top bar here. And on this page, we can see 3 boxes. We can see other financial data, shareholders return data, and terms of project finance loan. So first, we will look at other financial data, which is this first box here. The first entry is spread for short-term deposits above local inflation. So since a short-term deposit provides very small interest, we will put down -1. This means the interest rate on a short-term deposit is 1 percentage point lower than the inflation rate. Spread for standby facility above local inflation is the next one. And since the interest rate for the loan from a standby facility is high, we will assume that for this case study it is 4. So this means that the interest rate for the standby facility loan equals the inflation rate plus 4%. And as the inflation rate is 4%, the interest rate on the standby facility will then be 8%. The last thing in this box is short loans outstanding initial for the existing company, which is irrelevant here as we consider project financing without any outstanding loans at the start of the project. So we'll therefore put down 0 for this box, and we save our data. The next box that we will look at is shareholders return data. So the data here is exclusively used for calculating the internal rate of return and the net present value for the shareholders' equity. To calculate the IRR, we will have to put in an arbitrary number, and for this example, we will put down 6% for your approximate average return. The disposal year determines the time period for analyzing the return to the shareholders and the year when all remaining equity will be repaid. So here we will enter 2046, So put down 2046, which is the last year the project is still in operation. And to calculate the net present value, a discount rate is required. So we will put down 4% for this case study. And now we will save our data that we have put in this box. The last box in this page is terms of project finance loan. And we are told on the hands-on that we will have to use a discount rate of 4%. As we have already used 4% for the terms of project finance loan box. We have already used a discount rate of 4% in the previous section, which is the shareholders return data, so we'll continue to use 4%. In hands-on 3, when we went through export credits, we entered loan term as 12 years, so we'll therefore continue as and use 12 years for average loan term. The next thing here, security ratio for a loan period, we will put down 1.3 as suggested in the hands-on exercise. And in hands-on 3, the previous hands-on, we also noted that the life of the coal power plant is 30 years. We will therefore use this value again for expected life of projects. We will put down 30. And we will put down security ratio again as 1.3, as we were told this before. First year of cash to debt service will be the commissioning year of the plant, which is 2017. And so your screen should look like this after inputting all the data, and we click on save. And well done, you have now inputted all the required data in FINPLAN. So we have now completed case data, plant data, and financial manager data. In the next hands-on, which is hands-on 5, we will explain running the FINPLAN model and interpreting the results from FINPLAN.